Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I am super excited about today. We are getting close to the holiday. How are you, Andrea?
Wonderful. How are you?
Wonderful. I am super excited today. I got to share my excitement.
Okay. Great.
So, this morning, I was like a little child. I asked this question to myself. Yes, I was like a little child. I was like, when is the last time anyone asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? We always ask this question to little kids.
Yeah.
But as we know it, as human beings, we always growing. As long as we're breathing, we supposed to be growing. So it doesn't stop just for children to dream. So I said, okay, what do I want to dream about today? And this I did this while driving to while driving to go to work. So this is what I did, and I was so excited. I was super excited, and this excitement you really cannot share with everybody. But the best place to do it actually while you're driving when you're stuck on the highway. So what I did is I was like, okay, imagine today is Christmas, but not the actual Christmas. Imagine today is November 10, which is our goal day. That's my Christmas 2019. And then I say, okay, what is and Christmas is, I picked that one because usually Christmas is a gift day, your family day. It is so exciting. And it's, a lot of a focus on shopping and spending money. But, and then I took back and I said, I have unlimited money. I say I have unlimited money and I have unlimited resource. So the money for this wisdom that me and you sharing with people, we have unlimited wisdom that's coming to us, unlimited power energy that's coming to us, and we are sharing. The gift that we are receiving in return is that the thousand peoples, they're the change that we are going to make in their life. And then I ask myself, okay, this gift that we are receiving, who are they going for? Not just for us, they going for all those people that are going to benefit out of their change.
Mhm.
So can you see now why I'm so excited about this? So
Yes.
yes, so I was so excited and I was like, oh my gosh. So first of all, I wanted to call and tell my husband my excitement. But then I say it's too much for him. It's too early in the morning. So, and I said, you know what? I know where my spot is, which is right now to share with everyone. So, yeah, and trust me, that happens like this early in the morning, about 7 o'clock in the morning while I was traveling to go to work. But that excitement is still there. Now, what's the lesson here? Bring it back to what me and you are trying to accomplish with our viewers. Is that's how excited we need to be our goals.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, that's how excited we need to be our goals. And we need to find whatever makes us that happy. Like for me, again, I related to this holiday, which is Christmas. But yet I brought Christmas back to the actually the deadline of our goal. And I related to the gift being to our goals, which is the thousand people we are going to change. So when we get that all that excitement, we've been discussing about entertaining the subconscious mind with all this imagination, with all this great feelings. And actually, the subconscious mind cannot distinguish with reality and fake. So, what is this going to do? Is we've been talking about this yesterday, having faith, and and it's going to give us that. So and I trust that I am inspiring somebody to get excited about their dreams and dream again, be that little girl, be that little boy. You know? So I wanted to share this. So that's my morning today.
That's a perfect example because we're supposed to be that way about our goal.
Yeah,
When you get emotionally involved, that's what brings it about.
yeah,
That's when your subconscious really takes it as true and real because you're emotionally involved. You got
yeah.
some skin in the game.
Yes, and like, but now what it takes is that taking this feeling and actually doing it day in, day in out, day in, day out. So in that way, it becomes a reality and you'll be able to actually enjoy the process. And usually we focus on the goal itself and we lose the process. And we do not want the process to become a job. We want to enjoy it. And that's our goal. Every time when we show up here, we want to make sure we're having a good time because that's how it should be. And especially if you're doing something you really want to do. So yeah, so it's just amazing to me when I took back myself, that little kid, just thinking about, all that gift we're going to receive, all these 1,000 people, and it's just amazing to me. So, I enjoy living in that excitement feelings.
And we should do it more. We
Yes,
we really should. We should go to that spot every day, several times a day.
yes, yes,
Yeah, and
yes,
that's why I say your seagull needs to be something that you're emotionally attached to, something that's
yes,
a want, something that's huge, because you get emotionally involved with something that you want, that you're excited about.
yes. And and with our clothes, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because not everybody has the same goal. Not everybody has the same desire. And somebody have mentioned this in a group. And also we also want to address actually there is simple things that makes us excited. My goal does not have to be to change a million people life, or my goal doesn't have to be to make a lot of money.
Mhm.
What do I feel inside? It could be just a 1,000 people, or it could be just, like, just reading a book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it could be just reading, finding time to be able to read a book. But whatever it is that is just inside of us, that is making us, what? I really want to do this. I really want to do this. And whatever that is actually from where we learning with our mastermind group, it keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. It never leave us alone. So
Yeah.
whatever that is coming back is what we need to feed to and multiply that, and the resource will be provided. And before we know it, we living that life. So, but it doesn't have to be your desire. Doesn't have to match my desire because you have your own seagull and I have my own seagull. You just happen to join me in this journey because this is another goal you have for you to contribute in other people's life. So, God provide us a way to be able to achieve that goal. And it does not have to be somebody's goal. It has to be something we really, really wanted to do. And whatever it is, whatever it is, that little girl, that little boy is saying, I want this from you. I want you to dream this. So
Oh,
let's find our dream and be able to experience it starting today.
starting
And
today.
mine,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yes. We get
And
older, we get bogged down in life and all, and we forget to do that.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
we forget to dream, we forget to be that little, and it's just, yeah. And that's the exciting part, being that little kid. I don't know. I'm super excited about it today.
So
Yes.
great. I love your
Um,
excitement.
I know, it's like I already lived it pretty much, and we want to live it. We want to live it in order for us actually to be able to see it coming to fruition. That's what we've been saying.
That's right.
And if we can continue with our chapter 4, if you have your books with
I
you.
do.
And yesterday we left where I'm going to pick up actually where you left. On our discussion, you actually shared with us where your partner is actually in the backyard and doing some plant work and putting some seed. And if he's putting in some tomatoes, you cannot expect him to take out corn. So I want to continue on that one because the author actually give us an example. So he says, and I'm under where it says biblical accounts on the use of the subconscious
Okay.
power, and I'm
I
all the
got
way on the other side. whereas after he finished about the seeds. You
Mhm.
read that part yesterday. So right underneath on the paragraph says the prime conditions which Jesus insisted upon was faith. Over and over again, you read in the Bible, according to your faith, it is done unto you. If you plant certain type of seeds in the ground, you have faith that they will grow after their kind. This is the way of seeds in trusting the law of growth and agriculture. You know that the seeds will come forth after their kind. And that's what you taught us yesterday. Faith, as mentioned in the Bible, is a way of thinking, an attitude of mind, an inner certitude, and knowing that the idea you fully accept in your conscious mind will be embodied in your subconscious mind and made manifest. So, what I was doing pretty much today, I was having faith. I was having faith. It was done. It was done in my conscious mind, because in my conscious mind, I was talking out loud, and my my subconscious mind accepted as in it is, and it created that feeling because our feeling comes from our subconscious mind.
Mhm.
So
Right.
because of because of that, I was getting all this energy, and it, like I say, even lost it now when I was expressing it is because of that we need to be able to have that sureness, that certainty that it is. We might not see how it's going to happen, but that's why we need to find the goals and have a little faith. And when we combine those two, we don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen as long as we continue to live it.
It's none of our business how it's going to
It
happen.
is
And that's
not.
something we have to remember, and I have to remind myself about, is that it's none of our business. And we feel like that we have to figure it out because that's just what we do as adults.
Yes,
But in this case, it's completely the opposite. You just go through the process, you do what you're supposed to do, and then as you be the little girl and you let your imagination go wild and all, you're growing your faith even then. You know,
yes,
you're growing your faith. So
yes, yes.
it's
And
very
it's and he says faith is in a sense accepting as true what your reason and sense deny, shutting out the little rational analytical conscious mind and embracing an attitude of complete reliance on the inner power of your subconscious mind. You said it. Just shutting out the question of how you're going to do it. You know, you're not that good. You have no connections. You know, you don't
all
speak.
that correct out.
Yes, all this reason, which is the reasoning mind, and the one that analyze of this, all that, and this and that. But that's not our business. That's not our business. Me and you saying we're gonna show up every single day until our 90 days, until we see those 1,000 people taking it in and changing, living their best life now. We don't know how. We don't know how. We don't care about that.
No, because it's not just getting 1,000 people on our website group. You know,
No.
it's people that actually are making changes. They say enough is enough. I've lived my life in lack and doubt,
Yes.
sickness, all that kind of stuff, and I've had enough. It's enough. I'm going to
Yes.
set a goal and I'm going to follow the process and change my life.
Yes.
And that's the 1,000 that we're looking for, the hungry one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like before I read this book, actually, I have heard of affirmation, writing out gratitude, but it really did not come clear to me, and I did not own it, having to do it. I must do it. It did not come to me until I picked up this book. Again, like I say, like for another person is another person who's going to change their story, or it could be another book, but it's just that there has to be something that's going, it could be you, it could be my voice, whatever, but it has to be something that's going to cause us, you know what, that's it. I am not going to waste my time anymore. This is it. Today is the day I'm going to pick up and be able to be that little girl and dream again. And ignore the rest of the world when they say I can't do it. Yeah.
That's right. Be careful who you hang around. And we'll see in the next scripture, we'll talk about it, the next paragraphs and all. You don't want to be sharing your dream. Don't be sharing your healing. Don't be sharing your special stuff with people that are just going to create doubt and,
Yeah.
you know, wave you off. You don't want to share this stuff with them. Create doubt. We can create enough doubt on our own. We don't need other people to help.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to go ahead and read that part?
A classical instance of Bible technique is recorded in Matthew 9:28 through 30. And when he was come into the house, the blind man came to him, and Jesus said unto him, Believe that I am able to do this? They said unto him, Yea, Lord. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it done unto you. And their eyes were opened, and Jesus straitly charged them, saying, See that no man know this. Now, there are places in the scripture where he also says that, other scriptures where Jesus says, you know, don't go tell anybody, and he also says, my time has not yet come. But I have to believe that when he says, see that no man knows this,
Mm-hmm.
that is the doubt creators.
Mm-hmm.
If you go and you put your precious jewels before people that they're not trying to lift you up, they're not trying to believe in you, and they're certainly not trying to have you believe in yourself, or they're just cynical and negative, and they really don't mean any bad. They just don't understand the power of words and attitude. So I believe that Jesus is saying, don't
Yes.
go telling people,
Yes.
because you get healed. You do lose your healing. If you don't hold your
Yes.
faith strong, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
And I just
Because
believe that was him lifting them, teaching them faith there. Stay in your faith.
yeah, because on the next actually he says about in the word see that no man know it. He says this may tend to undo the benefits they had received at the hand of Jesus by depositing thoughts of fear, doubt, and anxiety in the subconscious mind.
That's right.
And it's like, for example, let's say me and you, if like we go to the I mean, if we talked about me and you, we put it out there, we want to be able to inspire 1,000 people, but I'm sure there was a time for you just have shared it with people, goals like that, and you were not strong enough, and somebody told you, like, how are you going to do that? And what do? You forget about the dream, because you allowed the other person create that doubt. It didn't matter how much energy you have dreaming it, because you spend some energy time. When you think of that thought, that dream that comes in your heart, it has so much energy. When we and you come up with this 1,000 people, it has so much energy. It's like so fast, so so much energy. But imagine if me and you did not just took that by faith and knowing, and the reason is because we know this now. But imagine if we have took that to the next person who's not in our group, and they say, "Me, I'm going to go ahead and inspire 1,000 people by taking 90 days trip." They're going to be like, "You?"
Oh yeah.
First of all, you already have your own struggle. And the struggle is, like, for me, I always say it is so difficult to change another person before you change yourself. So,
It's hard enough after you change yourself, because really and truthfully you can't. But it can be very frustrating, because most people don't even want to hear it. They shut you off as soon as you say anything out of their normal, what they're used to hearing. You even
yeah,
mention the mind or anything like that, and whoop,
yes.
they
So
close
it's, yeah. So, and it's like, it's good to want to change another person, because especially if they are close to you and you live with them, it is so hard to be in the opposite direction. But let's be let's change first. Let's or, let's change first, and then we'll be strong enough to be able to help other people. So
That's right.
yeah,
Set the
when
example.
exactly, and they can't help it but to actually follow you, because they're going to see your joy, and they want to find out like what's going on. You accomplished, you change 1,000 life. I want to change 1,000. So it is, it is something I personally had to learn, because I didn't know this part. I was sharing my goals and desires, and
You can't help it. You're excited about them.
exactly. But you need to be strong. You need to be strong in your faith. And first, you need to know where this idea is coming from. And that's what it makes the difference. Because when you understand where this idea is coming from, you would not let no one come and interrupt it. But when you do not know where ideas come from, then you're going to allow anyone take it away from you, and you know dream killers. And they don't mean to. A lot of people, they don't mean to. That's just the way they see it.
That's the where
So
they're
let's
from, in their life. They're coming
exactly.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's, a lot of time it's also, it comes from loving you too, because they don't from loving you, and that's the hardest part. It's like the people who love you, and they don't want you to have to go through that. For them, the way they see it is like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So you like, let's not, just like what we are being taught here, let's keep it secret until we have a strong faith. Then after that, we can share like me and you doing right now. Put it on Facebook. On Facebook. All right. Okay. And I want to read this one. So this is down Matthew 9:28-30. He say, in other words, according to your faith be it unto you. You can see that Jesus was actually appealing to the cooperation of the subconscious mind of the blind man. So if we have faith, if we have faith, he was confirming pretty much. So Jesus Christ was confirming, according to your faith. So if our faith is, for me and you, if our faith is to be able to finish this 90-day success journey, and then also to transform, to inspire 1,000 people, according to your faith be unto you. So for me and you, we are going to have that faith.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. We have that faith. And in order for our subconscious mind, they need to accept that faith. So right now, what me and you doing every single day by showing up, and then also by doing affirmation, by doing visualization, by doing what I was doing in the car, we are getting ourselves excited.
Yeah.
Our subconscious mind can accept it, and then be able to give us that gift. And our gift is those 1,000 people being inspired, and then seeing a change in their life, getting to know themselves, and taking the action to be able to say, enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Enough is enough. I'm going to take charge of my own life, and be able to to see myself going to the next level. And it could be, like we said earlier, our dreams could be anything. It could be to read a book, or it could be to to buy a house. It could be to live a luxury life, or it might not be that. It's not everybody's, everybody doesn't have the same dreams. Okay. And then I also have you have anything you have highlighted?
Let's see. I
I thought,
do. I just need to.
okay,
I'm just have to. You have to read around it. Go ahead. To remember the point.
I got you. And then so I have this, actually, this under where it says miracles at various shrine throughout the world. I want to read actually the example that he used the power of imagination and blind faith. So he used an illustration of he say his relative, the case of his relative of mine, which the author who had a ter, ter, how do you say that?
I
He has a
am
long.
trying to find you here.
Okay, this is under where it says
I got
miracles at
that.
various. Okay, all the way at the bottom where it says the last paragraph, but it's fine. I'll read it. He say his lungs were badly diseased. His son decided to heal his father. He came home to Perth, West Australia, where his father lived, and said to him that he had met a monk who had returned from one of the healing shrines in Europe. This monk sold him a piece of true cross. He said that he gave the monk the equivalent of 500 for it. This young man had actually picked up a splinter of wood from the sidewalk, went to the jewelry, and had it set in a ring so that it looked real. He told his father that many were healed just by touching the ring or the cross. He inflamed and fired his father's imagination to the point that the old gentleman snatched the ring from him, placed it over his chest, prayed silently, and went to sleep. In the morning, he was healed. All the clinics tested proved negative. You see how the power of the imagination in our subconscious mind? And he says, you know, of course, it was not the splinter of wood from the sidewalk that healed him. It was his imagination, aroused to an intense degree, plus the confident expectancy of the perfect healing. Imagination was joined to faith or subjective feeling, and the union of the two brought about a healing. The father never learned of the trick that had been played upon him. If he had, he probably would have had a relapse. So this is going back again, not sharing before you are strong, um, before you are strong with your faith. He says he remained completely cured and passed away 15 years later at the age of 89. I love that story. It is not the object, it's just our imagination. In his case, his imagination, and it was full of, positive response, and he believed it, he had faith in it. It was going to heal him, and it happened. So it's
Mhm.
the same thing with our dreams. Like I say last time, we all have a different desire. So for some of us, it could be healing. For some of us, it could be success. For some of us, it could be, different needs. So let's excited our imagination and be able to bring it about. Anything you want to add?
No, you did great. You
I'm
got
full of.
fired up this morning, all excited, and I'm enjoying the excitement.
Yes, yes. We want to be excited, and we want to enjoy our journey here. And we want to inspire people to actually be excited about their journey, because if we focus on just achieving that goal, then me and you won't be able to enjoy the journey. So I am glad you are enjoying it, because I am, enjoying it.
The journey that I've learned over the last couple of years is just as important as accomplishing the goal, because you see things along the way and everything blows your mind. I have to say that everything that has come about in my life this year, since I did the studying, and then this year it's everything's starting to manifest and come about. Nothing
Yeah.
came from where I expected it to. The doors that have opened up in my life, I did not see coming. I
Yes.
didn't even know to ask for them. The journey's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, the goal's going to be great. It is.
Yes.
It already
It,
is.
it is great. It is great. Let's just have fun while we're doing it. because let's, like you say, we do not know the way, and it is not our business. It is God's business. And he gave us the desire. That's where it comes from. And he will complete our desire as long as we are faithful and we are showing up and having a good time. That's what we want, right?
That's that's right.
I trust everyone will enjoy our video today, and I trust that we inspire people to have fun while they are finding their dreams and also working on their dreams. And thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.
Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.